Alright guys, good morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode Unplugged TV. We are going for a road trip to Lowood, visit a customer, and then a second appointment afterwards. On my way back home, eco mode, the pedestrian warning off, and off we go. I think it is about 24 kilometers. Yeah, 24 kilometers exactly, which exceeds our EV range a little bit. I've got 47 kilometers on the GOM, and the dog shows me 40 kilometers only. Hey. Okay, I'm driving as efficient as possible and try to make it back and forward in one go. So we are 2 kilometers missing from the prediction to the actual range. But if you drive slowly and efficiently, you can get these kilometers back. So now, for example, I let the car coast. I've got my external microphone again here. Hopefully this is all right. Yeah, there's almost no region. So this morning I have ordered the cable to repair my EVSE, the granny charger. It has definitely a faulty cable. You can actually feel a little lump inside the cable where the cable comes out of the EVSE, and this is exactly where the cable bends all the time. It bends back and forward when you move it, and the cable eventually breaks. So it will be here in a couple of days. $23 including shipping for 5 meters. But as I said, I don't want to put 5 meters on there. I think a meter is good, gives you a little bit more flexibility. Maybe 1.5 meters. I think 2 meters are already too much. But 1 meter or 1.5. I'll have to wait until the cable comes in and then we'll see. Well, what's new on the other side? I still have not heard back from Mitsubishi. I sent them another email yesterday afternoon asking for an update on the situation of what they have decided, what the direction is, what the next steps are in terms of fixing the car, fixing all our cars. I also made them aware of the change.org petition now and said, look, this is just a matter of time now until the media picks up on this, and you probably will get a call from a television or radio station asking for a statement. So it's better to get onto this whole show as soon as possible and get it fixed. At least get it, man, they have to actively working on this actually. It's not like, look, I sent 2 or 3 emails this week and have not heard back anything at all. This communication is really, God, I don't know. Why wouldn't you communicate with the customer who's got the problem? I don't understand how you treat the customer like this. It's just not, it's just not right in my eyes. This customer service is so bad. So I have got no faith that something will happen. So I'm driving 80 kilometers here. It's a 100 kilometer zone, but I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. And there are no cars behind me, which is probably good. Can actually set the cruise control here on 80 kilometers and have a look. So we're using 7 to 8, 9, 6 to 10 kilowatts now to keep the car on this 80 kilometer. It's a pretty flat road here. and 80 kilometers is a good speed. Yeah, and this morning I played around with different car configurators on the Hyundai website for the Ioniq, the Kona, and I also played around with the configurator for the Tesla Model 3 in Europe, in Germany and the UK, and read through all the forums on Facebook where they are discussing pricing for Australia here and what the possible prices could be. So they basically compared the prices from Europe to Australia for the Model S and Model X, and then related this price model to the Model 3. So it looks like, including all taxes, import taxes, on-road costs, everything else, the pure standard model, not the standard plus model from Model 3, the pure standard model will be around $60,000. 61, 62,000 could be the case. And this will have no autopilot, no self-driving capability, nothing. This is the pure car. And it's also software limited to 220 miles, which is 300 kilometers or so. And the standard version Plus comes with 240 miles, which is like 30-40 kilometers more. So it is software limited, and all the other features are software limited too. So they have disabled the satellite view on the navigator, on the mapping on the screen. They have also disabled some of the speakers, so you don't get the pure premium sound, which I personally wouldn't mind at all. And they also have limited the streaming function, so you can't stream music over this. Is it Spotify? No, it's something else. And some other features, they are all software disabled, so you can pay later and upgrade to the standard Plus version and get all these features enabled via over-the-air update, which is kind of cool. But then on the other side, it will be quite a boring car. There's no self-driving, there's no navigating on, there's no self-driving on navigation. And I would really like to have these features in the Tesla Model 3, but this will be another 10 grand at least, so we will be over 70 grand. How much are we down here? 87%. Yeah, so I really need to wait until the configurator goes online here to get real prices, and then shop around for finance, for leasing options. I don't know yet. I really don't know. But in terms of making good videos and good content with the Tesla Model 3, you would need to have the autopilot and the full self-driving right from the start. Everything else would make no difference, I think. Because we wanna experience this self-driving updates coming in all the time, and I would like to see the car actually evolve and develop over time and gets better and better and better, and then making some awesome road trips here in Australia. So this could be one way, or I go the cheap way and go for the Kona. Go for the Ioniq. Did I say Kona? Of course. Go for the Ioniq and pay about $48,000 only. So it's a lot cheaper than the Tesla or the Kona. Yeah, the Kona, I looked up the Kona. The Kona, it will be the same price as the Tesla. And I would rather go for the Tesla than for the Kona. The Tesla is far more future-proofed. It has better acceleration, better handling. It is all around the better car. And it is upgradable. While the Kona is as it is, you buy it as it is, you can't upgrade anything, but the Tesla will be upgradable over time. So, or I go for the Ioniq, make it cheap, and go for the 250 kilometer range version. They have discussed the new version coming out next year or end of the year. The 39 kilowatt hour battery and close to 400 kilometers range Ioniq. But at the moment I don't know if this actually comes to Australia. I cannot find any information. I've asked several people in the forums if the car is actually coming, but there's no official statement from Hyundai that this upgraded version is actually coming to Australia. So, not sure. And of course the dealer don't give you an answer because they want to sell the cars now, not in 1 year time. And then again, if I wait another year, you see this is bad on autopilot now here. It uses heaps of energy going up this little hill because it wants to stay on this 80 kilometer speed. Yeah, and the dealer of course doesn't tell you if there's an upgraded model coming in the future. They want to sell the car now. They want to make the money and the deal right now with this existing model. If it would be closer, if it would come out in 4 weeks time or something, they may say, okay, hold on until the new model comes. I charge you 5 grand more for the upgraded model. But in this case, if it's not even clear if the upgraded model of the Ioniq comes to Australia, they don't make any commitments, they don't give you any advice in these terms. And I will send an email I will send them a message to Hyundai Australia as well and ask them for further directions. I just tell them I'm in the market for an EV next year and wanted to know if the upgraded model Ioniq is available then here. Let's see what the official answer is from Hyundai Australia. So yeah, these are mainly the options we have. Oh, well, we've got another option. The other option would be Mitsubishi is actually stepping up their game now and fixing the car. At least keep on working on fixing this car. So we need to have an active team working on these problems. And this would be another option. This would be the cheapest option at all. Of course. Because this car is now fully financed, the finance is gone. And yeah, there's no further costs, and I would keep this car for quite a long time now. Without, well, that's what I say right now. I don't know, because it's very, very tempting to get a full electric vehicle, of course. But there will be so many vehicles coming, like the Volkswagen ID situation coming up next year. They introduced in Europe. Not sure if they're coming to Australia and when. Could be a couple of years away as well. Then the Kia e-Niro comes with 2 battery options to Australia next year. So these are all, well, kind of options which are still there. So I don't have to buy one now, but I would really like to go forward from this situation, what we have right now with the PHEV here. If they step up the game, if they have a team working on these problems, I'm happy to stay, but I need the commitment from Mitsubishi that they are providing a fix eventually. I don't want to spend another 2.5 years or something with this problem and not going anywhere. We need to make progress. Oh, the irrigation is running. I've seen there's actually a little diesel motor on these irrigation arms here, which driving back and forward on these fields here. I'm not sure, they need to drag the hose behind it anyway, so why couldn't they have a cable and have them electric? Okay, I disable the cruise control now. Come back to B0 because we are coming in the 60 kilometer zone here. So we've got another 6 kilometers to go till the customer's place. Okay. This is all limited to 60 kilometers here, this whole intersection now, because there were so many accidents. It was at 80 kilometer zone before, but there were so many accidents all the time here. It's such an you can't really see in any direction when you go over this hill. And this is all 60 now, which is good. So we've got 31 kilometers on the GOM and 6 kilometers left, but this will be a lot of downhill now from here on, going into Lowood. I can easily coast. Oh, there's the first car coming behind me on the whole trip, which is great. So we went down from 47 kilometers to 30 kilometers and we have traveled 19 kilometers. So 17 kilometers down, but 19 traveled just by driving 80 kilometers an hour. What am I saying all the time? So, and here's the highest point. From now on it goes only downhill. And I'll try. Oh, this car is slow behind me, it's not even catching up. I'm driving only 70, so I let the car coast. Easy. So 0 kilowatts, but still we are using 1.3 kilowatts for the car to drive here, for the electric motors, power steering and all this kind of stuff. It's amazing. See, 4 amps still going into the car just for rolling down a hill here. 1300 watts. Oh well, just what it is. See, I've got almost no regen here, 0.3 ampere hours only. Construction site. Oh, traffic light, okay. So I'm going into B2. Slowing down slowly. Works for me. The slower it goes, the better it is for my driving style. Very good. See, I don't understand this. They've got a traffic light here and there's still a person standing next to it, which controls the traffic here. They usually have people standing there with signs in their hands, stop and go slow. So they turn it around and they are on radio contact with the other person on the other side of the construction site. So they can stop the traffic and on both ends at the same time, and then have trucks and excavators or something crossing the road, and then they open one lane again. That's how it works in Australia. Keeps people employed, huh? In Europe there are traffic lights everywhere, but here there are traffic lights and people. And the safety regulations are insane here. They are going to change the law to build up large-scale solar farms here in Australia now, in Queensland. They want to have qualified electricians to set up the panels now. While before it was just usual laborers, untrained persons basically, who could set up the panels. It's just mounting them on the brackets, on the stands and everything. There's no electrical wiring or something necessary. There are not even cables hanging out or so. And now they want to have qualified electricians to do this job, which they can't get because there are not enough here, apart from me of course. And this will delay a lot of projects because they can't get these persons to actually install the panels. And on the other side it makes it more expensive because they of course won't work for $30 or $35 an hour anymore. They charge 3 times more because they are qualified electricians, tradesmen, and of course they charge more. What a bullshit. As I said, the safety regulations here are insane. I've got a little connection box on top of my roof next to the solar panels, which has a 3-pole, 3-phase breaker in it. So I can turn off my solar panels at the top of the roof and next to the inverter next on the wall as well. This is just for regulation purposes. This is just to isolate the cable which goes from the roof to the inverter, which is total nonsense in my eyes. From an electrical perspective, doesn't make sense at all. But this is the regulation here in Queensland, in Australia here. Well, what can you do? If you don't agree, you have to move countries. Ah, not again. So, going up this hill and then we have to turn right as per navigator. I don't know, this is a new customer. 150 meters. A little bit further above this hill here. Going into B5 now. Oh yeah, turning here. Okay. Right. Oh, that's where the police station is here, right. Yeah, this guy rang up 2 days ago, and it was so funny, he had a little bit of an accent. And I said to him, are you from Germany? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, then we can speak German. And he was so happy. He told me he's here for 37 years, came from Berlin, and now, oh, they've got no water in the pool here, interesting. And now he's here in Queensland as well. He told me he's somehow handicapped or something, so he can't leave the house. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll find out in a second. And I'll fix his computer this morning. So coasting down this little hill here. And this is so great if you have B0. This is not available in Tesla. You can't turn off your coasting. You can't turn off your region. But the Ioniq and Kona, they can drive on B0 as well. Okay, so this goes down here. Bauer Street. Right. Uh-oh. Gravel road. Oh no, it wants to turn left, turn right. There at the bottom. Grass here on this side, it's about 1.5 meters high. Okay, this must be Green Street here. Yeah, it is. Alright. So we have to find the right house number. KMB0 again. Fairly at the end, 100 meters. 15, 17. Oh. Look at this house. It's called Burg Regenberg, and he's got the Berlin Bear. Wow. Look at this nice front here, what they have done. That is amazing. Ha 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 ha. And he's got the Australian flag out there. Have a look. It's got a little tower here. Amazing. That's so great. Okay guys, I'll fix this guy up here and then we drive to the other customer. Okay, talk to you soon. Oh, I gained 1.3 ampere hours while parking for some particular reason. Okay, we are at 71. Well, I'm over 71% again. You just need to park. Battery temperature is 25 and 27. We've got 23 outside now. Alright, so let's go back home. What does the dog show? 22 kilometers, and it is 24, I think, home. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be just fine. But I got this other appointment on the farm where I need to have an additional, that's only maybe 600-700 meters or so. Say a kilometer. Should be fine. We're at 67% now. See, the Outlander PHEV works so good. If they can fix the battery issue, it will be amazing. Even here in this urban, I mean, it's not city driving what I'm doing here. It's more rural driving between all these little towns here, longer distances and everything, and the fuel efficiency is amazing. On yesterday's trip there was 77 kilometers. I used 1 liter per 100 kilometers. Unbeatable, unless you have got a full electric vehicle, which I really would like. The only downside with the PHEV is you have to maintain the petrol engine as well all the time, even if you don't use it. So you need all these oil changes and spark plug changes and maintenance whatsoever, timing belts. This all costs a lot of money, and you don't use the petrol engine that often. But you have to also carry it around with you, which makes the electric driving less efficient due to the additional weight. But on the other side, if you go a little bit further, you don't have to worry. But the Ioniq, on the other hand, with 250 kilometers plus, I would say plus, because I'm sure I can get more than 250 kilometers out of the car with my driving style. I would have no range anxiety either. I mean, we can go to Brisbane and back in one full charge and use a little bit more than half of the battery only. On the other side to Toowoomba, the same. It would cost me half the battery, and there's always the possibility to recharge on either end. It's not like you have to do it in the full charge, and everything else you can plan. There should be no problem at all to get to anywhere, as long as you stay along the coastline, of course. This is where the chargers are. If you go inland, further inland than Toowoomba, you may run into problems, but alongside the coast, up and down the coast, should be no problem at all. And I think I will be pretty good with using PlugShare and a better route planner if we go on a longer journey, to find out where the chargers are and to always have a plan B with me if the charger is not working. Okay, better go back to B0 here. Downhill here, not using much energy. 25 kilometers on the GOM, and the dog shows us 19 kilometers. Let me see if I can. 18 kilometers to home, so I should be totally fine. 25 the GOM and 18 the dog, and it's 18 kilometers in real life, so it should be fine. And this would be all in total 48 kilometers then traveled on 60, 80, 100 kilometer roads. This again shows the full capacity of the battery with 40 ampere hours, well 39.5 in my case. But I've actually charged the car this morning with over 10 kilowatt hours again, and from yesterday it was on 33%. Can't remember what ampere hours it was. I think it was like 12 ampere hours or so left. So still plenty of space as capacity wise in the battery. The car is good. The car is good. If they can fix this battery software issue, the car is amazing. I would probably not buy another car, as I said before. It will poke me all the time to buy a full electric car, but I may wait a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 years, and see what will happen here in Australia, and then make a decision what to buy. I see this, the irrigation, the sprayer is off now here. It has reached its final destination and then turns off. And there's here on the end, there's this box. I think there's a petrol, a diesel engine in there, which propels. Actually, I think it generates not only electricity, and there are electric motors on the other wheels to keep this all in balance and all straight. Then at the end, it turns off. Yeah, so I would really like to keep the Outlander for another couple of years. So don't spend any money right now and see the further development here in Australia first, and then make a decision later on. But you know, who knows? If they can't fix it, what can you do? I'm not a big fan of going to the workshop every year and getting these procedures done, or doing a reset only to go back to 38 ampere hours. It doesn't feel right. It is another bandage, but it's not a fix. So I'm not sure if they would actually propose this as a solution, as a final solution then. I don't know. It is a difficult situation for us as customers and for Mitsubishi as well. I fully understand this, or at least I guess I understand it. If I fully understand it, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully I get some information from Mitsubishi soon, which I can share, and see what direction they want to go. And I am in this German forum now, and I'm reading a little bit there about all this stuff they are posting there. And there's not one topic about the battery. Nothing. It's all about summer, winter tires, rims, color, mobile phone holders inside, how to connect to Apple CarPlay, stuff like this, but nothing about the actual technical problem with the Outlander PHEV in the 2019 models. Totally unawareness. And I haven't posted my video yet. It will come on the weekend now. So when you watch this video here, it has already been posted, and I'll probably make another video about it then, what kind of responses I get from them. But I don't think many of them will respond to it in a sensible manner. They will all deny it and saying, if this would be a problem, Mitsubishi would have taken care of it, and we've got 8 years warranty on it, and a 70% battery degradation status for these 8 years, and there's nothing to worry about. Well, maybe they are right, but as I said many times, if I knew the car had a problem with the battery, Okay, so we have 11 kilometers to travel, 13 kilometers on the dog, and 19 on the GOM. So it should be totally fine. What do we have here? Tractor. Maybe you can drive underneath, huh? There's a car coming. He wants to turn. You can hardly see the blinker there. Just go, go, go! Alright. Accelerating smoothly. So 23 degrees outside. What's the battery saying? 26 and 29. So we are far away from the cooling kicking in at 35. This is all good. Optimal temperatures for the battery now, around 30 degrees. This cost me energy now. Yeah, but we should make it. We've got 2 kilometers as a reserve now from the actual distance to what the GOM shows, and even 16 kilometers on the gasometer here in the car. Amazing car, amazing car. I'm really, if this would be the status of the car and it would stay like this, I mean, of course I know there is degradation in the battery happening over time, which is the natural degradation. But if it would be only this and the software would work correctly, what an amazing car. 4-wheel drive, towing capability, full SUV, lots of space, elevated seating position, great comfort. It's good, cheap to run. Why would you buy anything else? This could be the title of the video today. So, yeah, let's hope Mitsubishi can fix that. Okay, so we have to turn right here. Just going quickly to the farm and fix up this printer there. No trouble. Oh, look at this long driveway. Yeah, here on the right, this is where our... Oh, can you hear that? This dry grass here is brushing my battery. Yeah, here on the right, this is all his land here, and this is where the hay and lucerne grows. I think it's five areas here he's using. See, this one is growing back here on the right, and the others are being harvested already. And he's not doing anything else, he's just doing his grass and lucerne and selling them to the Gold Coast here in Australia to feed sheds, where people buy the bales then for their horses and everything. Pretty amazing stuff. Okay, we still got 12 kilometers to go home and only 8 kilometers. Okay, the navigator doesn't work anymore now because I'm off the road and it doesn't know what to do now. It tells me stuff. We've got still 8 kilometers on the GOM and 11 kilometers, 8 kilometers on the dog and 11 on the GOM, so should be fine. Alright, let's have a quick look here and then we are off home. Degrees outside only, but well, the car heats up, definitely heating up. Okay, so guys, the big question now is, what would you do? Not in my case, what are you doing personally? Are you waiting for a fix for the PHEV? Are you actively working with Mitsubishi or against Mitsubishi to urge them to provide a fix? Or would you just, as so many people have done already, sell the PHEV and get something else? There are some options out there. I have 5.8 kilometers, it tells me now, back on the road. Easy. Yeah, of course there are some options out there. Other PHEVs or even full electric vehicles. Okay. So the question is, what would you do? Are we staying with Mitsubishi and wait for the update? Keep working with them? I mean, we have come that far now. We put a lot of effort in there. It's not only me, it's the whole team. It's people around the world put effort in this whole situation. Talk to the dealership, send letters and emails to Mitsubishi in their country. Try to get things done to get this resolved. And it would be a little bit of a shame to give up now and say, look, this is not going anywhere. We will sell the PHEV and do something else, something decent, which works, which doesn't have this problem, maybe other problems. I'm a little bit torn between these two possibilities now, what we can do. Of course, I would love to go for a full electric vehicle and make cool and awesome videos about this one. When you see Andy sitting in the middle of the outback with no power left and there's no power outlet anywhere to plug in, you know, things like this. But on the other hand, I fear a little bit spending all this money for a battery electric vehicle now, and then there will be better options in 1, 2, 3, 4 years or so. So I'm hesitating to, what am I going to do? I definitely will wait until next week, because the Model 3 configurator goes online here in Australia, and we will have real prices by then. And hopefully we've got some news from Mitsubishi that they have a fix, a software update, another solution they can offer us, like the yearly reset, the yearly procedure thingy. I don't know if this is a good solution. It's a workaround, it's not a fix. So, who knows? Okay, so how much have we got left here? 4 kilometers, and we've got only 2 kilometers to go, but the world famous hills. Go on, B0, and we are down to 33%, so I potentially just make it home, just make it. But you know, that's totally fine. If you just make it, that's good. Still 3 kilometers left, it tells me. Got 32%, and we've got one more acceleration uphill, which we need to master. Bit of regen here. Go. It could kick in at any second now. I've got still 2 kilometers on the gasometer here, and we've got 2 kilometers here, but the state of charge is very, very low. Okay, take my foot off, let it coast. We made it. See, I told you how amazing this car is. This was potentially now 50 kilometers on pure electric, which not too much daisy driving. Yeah, see, 31% is about 12 ampere hours. All right. Okay, let's have a quick look at the trip card, and then I'll leave you alone. Turn off recording. Oh no. Okay, trips. I've forgotten to turn off the from today. Oh, it hasn't done it. Okay. 411. No, why is it not having the full? There's nothing from today in here. Why is there no trip card? Huh? No, there's no trip card. This is all from yesterday. Third. Is today the third? There's only one trip in here. Why is the other trip not in here? So today I totally screwed up my recording. I left this screen recorder on the mobile phone running while I was with a customer in Lowood for 1.5 hours. And guess what? It has used all the memory on the mobile phone, hence we had a black screen on our way back, and the dog could not even save the trip card at the end. So here's the map from home over Brightview to Lowood to the customer. On my way back I took the wrong turn off, a little bit of a detour here, and then we went back to Brightview, went to the farm, fixed this computer over there, and finally back home after 51 kilometers, 51.1 kilometers exactly, of pure EV driving with the Outlander PHEV. The speeds were 60, 80, 100 kilometers today, so I wasn't driving anything like Barry or Miss Daisy. So at the end I was very impressed with the performance and EV range of the PHEV. Why would you buy anything else? Back to the video. Okay guys, anyway, so amazing results with the car again. So really good performance now with the new battery and the correctly calibrated BMU. 50 kilometers plus, no problem. If you drive a little bit slower, even more. Potentially 55, 60 kilometers should be no problem at all in city driving, where you have a lot of regen and coasting and stuff like this. But here 60, 80, 100 kilometers speeds, still over 50 kilometers on pure electric. Super. Okay guys, thanks for watching again. Thanks for your support. This is Andy from Unplugged EV signing off. You stay charged and we will see us in the next video coming very soon. See you then guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.